Hello everybody. Today we're doing a review of this electric glass kettle sold by Ozplaza.living on eBay. It is advertised on eBay as a 5-star chef electric glass kettle with LED light, cordless, kitchen water heating jug. The capacity is 1.7 liters, 2,200 watts of power, and the price is currently $31 with shipping included here in Australia. The description on eBay is very accurate. Communication of the company is good. Shipping information is excellent. The tracking information is auto forwarded to the recipient's email address and always letting you know where the kettle is at any given time. The packaging is very sturdy with very good protection. Obviously, it has to be because the kettle is made out of glass. Okay. Let's have a look at the box. The box is medium to heavy cardboard. All sides are protected with styrofoam, as you can see here. And then the kettle was actually in the inner box. In this inner box, the kettle was packaged in plastic and then suspended again in cardboard, so another level of protection. All very appropriate exactly for what it was. So, as I said, in the box we found the kettle, the base. Let me show you the base. Okay, the base and the kettle, obviously, ready to go. Also, we find this information leaflet with information included, that's safety information, how to use, and here on the back page, the cleaning instructions. Okay, let's put this away and let's fire up the kettle and see how it looks and what it does. All right. Okay. Moving on. Okay, as you can see, here's the on-off switch right here. Then we have the handle insulated, and up the top here we have the button which opens the lid, which is spring-loaded. All right. So far, so good. It's self-centering, so you just put it onto the middle and it goes on. Okay, let's switch it on. You can see the operational lights, which are the LEDs in blue color in this case here, and we can hear the kettle already roaring. All right, let's cut away until just before the kettle starts to boil and all that, and then we continue this review. Okay, I'm back. Next thing we need is a cup, so we can pour the boiling water into the cup, and hopefully the kettle has reached its boiling switch off temperature, and here we go. It has reached its temperature. So it's well boiled the water, which is a nice positive feature. Let's talk about more positive features. The kettle is glass, looks very nice. To the lights, the operational lights add to the effect and also let us know that the kettle is still boiling or in boiling mode and has not switched off yet. From cold water to hot water with the same fill as we see there, which is halfway, which is 0.85 of a liter. It takes 150 seconds or 2 minutes and 30 seconds until it switches off, which is very normal for a plate element jug. which this one is. Okay, the price is competitive and represents the quality of the kettle. All right, normal things, or I don't know if this is positive, the handle stays cool, which it should be, otherwise we would burn ourselves. The glass is hot, so you still need to take care. So we know it's cordless. Uh, so that's a, I don't know, positive or negative feature. It's it's cordless. It's a normal thing. It's a given. So that's okay. So let's talk about the negative features. On the inside here you can see condensation, and because the lid flips that far back, the condensation runs down the kettle and makes it all wet. Not very good. Okay, I don't like that. I don't know how you can combat that, but no, it's one of the negative things. The next thing, let's talk about the spout. The spout supposed to, when you tip the kettle to about this angle, the water should come out, but it doesn't, because there is a misconstruction there, or a design fault. So you have to tip it over 90 degrees so the water runs over this obstruction. Let me show you a little bit more in detail. Let me move the camera. Okay, let's get a little bit closer here. All right, open the lid so you can see what I'm talking about. So here you can see the spout, and here you can see this other angle here. So it's let me go a bit closer. As you can see, this portion here, it should follow the angle of the spout, and it doesn't. I don't know if they put it there because of the filter, but the filter, it's not doing a good job either. I tried to push it down a bit further and sit it a bit, but it doesn't. So that's how it's sitting. As you can see, there is a gap. It misses completely the filter, the water. So not very good. Even though they made the spout in such a way so it has to go over the filter, but it doesn't. So something is wrong here. So this is not proper, and everything spills against the lid and against the, not very good. And the filter, very, I suppose it does its job to a certain degree, but not really. As I said before, that is, I can't push it any further in, and there is a gap, so technically it's not filtering the water. Okay, so now I like to talk about the history of this kettle. The first kettle I was sent lasted exactly 3 times of use. On the third time I used it, there was a big burning smell, and the LED light stopped working. So I wasn't really comfortable using that kettle again. So they sent me a second one. The second one lasted 4 or 5 times before it started to develop a burning smell. I then opted to have a look inside of the kettle and see if I could find what was causing it, and fixed it, and it's been working since then. So let me show you exactly what I found. So here is the kettle I prepared earlier. Before I start, I'd like to say I'm a fully qualified electrician, so don't do this at home. So I have unscrewed everything here, ready to go, so I can show you exactly what's going on. So I'm lifting this off the base of the kettle, which contained, or the inner parts of or protected the inner parts of the kettle. As you can see, it's all plastic. We have a metal trim, which makes it look like metal, but it's not. The metal trim is attached with these tongue latches right here at the end. So it makes it look a little bit more classy, I suppose. So here we got the bottom of the kettle. The main parts you can see is the thermostat switch, which is 1 unit. We have the hot plate there, which you can see. We have the wiring. We have also here a clear plastic ring on the outside, which holds the LEDs in place and protects them from a little bit from the heat. The wiring is very flimsy, and it's got a little bit of textile type protection sleeves, which supposed to protect from the heat, but they do that, but not very well. The whole everything gets hot in here. You can imagine it's the water has to be boiled to a little bit over 100 degrees, so the plate is possibly hotter. I haven't done any testing or measuring on that. The thermostats is supposed to work and switch it off. Let's have a look at the LEDs a little bit closer and at this wiring. So as you can see, it's all sort of just jammed in there, very flimsy. Everything is convoluted and very cramped in space. We got lots of crossings, and as I said, everything gets hot and malleable and heat and whatever. So here is the part which I want to show you. It's that part which burned off. That was all in heat shrink over the resistor here, and it obviously burned off and gave me that smell, and then in the process obviously destroyed the LEDs. Why it happened, I'm not sure. Either it touched the plate, or it then made a melted the plastic away and made a shortcut, a short circuit, and then burnt basically the LEDs to bits. That's a possibility. I mean, this is very bad, and you know, to a point, it could be a fire hazard. So it could catch on fire, and it's all plastic and and all that. And if you not there and not attended or whatever, you know, could burn your house down. So not, it doesn't build confidence in myself, being an electrician. As I said, you know, the lugs which it's connects to here, to the different items, to the thermostat and to the hot plate, I suppose that's adequate. But as I said, all these crossings in there and all that, and something is not 100% crimped, and with time this goes hot and cold, and there is movement, and the whole thing is very, very, very cheaply done. I suppose that's why it's $31. I mean, they can't spend very much on R&D research there. All right. Knowing that, all of the above, I would not buy this product. Uh, uh, I lost sort of a little bit confidence in there. Also, although I cannot prove it at this point, I don't think it will last 12 months in all. But as I said, that's the thing which we have to prove. The thermostat is working well. I think with a little bit of redesign or whatever, you could improve this by miles, you know. a little bit more plastic here and there, and cable protection, that would be great. Okay, this review is totally unbiased. It reflects my professional and my personal opinion only. No money has changed hands between me and Ozplaza.living in providing this review. Again, I like to say I'm a fully qualified electrician, so I urge anyone not to open this kettle and play around with the inner parts or anything or whatever. It's very, very dangerous. This is connected to 240 volt mains, and it could kill you. So if something is wrong with the kettle, please send it back and do not try to disassemble it. Okay, I hope I have clarified uh, all the points possible, and hopefully I'll see you in the near future for another review. Thank you very much. Bye bye.